we decided a couple of years ago when we came back to Canada that there were three issues that really needed attention and that just might have enough stuff in them to occupy us for this next phase. And there were HIV/AIDS in Africa, and we're really just getting underway with that one. And the other one had to do with the environment. We figured that there's a little work to do on the environment here and there, and on the attitudes that are the key to that. The attitudes and perspectives on the environment that are key to that. And then there was a third little one that had to do with the delegitimization of war as a tool for international exchange. That war just isn't appropriate. And it's the delegitimization of war, so it just doesn't even cross people's mind as an option, is I think what the task is. So those three things in human affairs, I think, are hugely complex. They're global, every one of them, and it's absolutely insane to think, sitting here beside Cranberry Lake, that you can do anything about any of them. It's stupid. I mean, how can you affect any of those situations that are so complex, so global, so intricate, so wound up in politics and economics and big business, but nonetheless those are the tasks, right? And so we are doing some work with people from the Presbytery, Lindsay Presbytery of the United Church of Canada here, which is the 48 congregations that are close by here. Hi, Rick.
How are you today?
Good. And wherever so I'm being asked to preach these days, and so a couple of times a month I get to preach, and every sermon is about either one or a combination of those things, and just saying to people, who are you going to leave it to? You're going to leave it, name any person that you're willing to trust any of these issues to and be confident that it's going to get figured out. Okay, if there's nobody, then you know who it is, then don't you? It's you and me. And just making that speech over and over again, and it seems to be having an effect. It's beginning to have a little bit of an awakenment effect. It's not yet solved the HIV crisis, but it's beginning to have a wee bit of an awakenment effect certainly amongst some, that we need to give this some thought. We need to be involved with this. We need to be engaged, somehow lock our horns into these kinds of global issues. Just because we live in heaven here in Canadian North doesn't mean that we shouldn't be involved with these things. We need to be involved with them, and so that is very, very exciting to me. And if Abbey North can be in service of that kind of awakenment process here, as well as on the ground somewhere else, as long as we can, I think we'll likely be travelers. People laugh at us up here. Oh, you're not on an airplane today. Oh, interesting. So people laugh at us a bit, but I mean, that's also part of it. The fact that we've got personal stories to tell from villages in central Kenya right now means that people take rather seriously what we're talking about, and that maybe they even see the possibility for themselves a bit of what's possible. And we're excited to be finding a role at the age we are, and in our own circumstances, we're excited to be finding a role with the Institute. It's really exciting because we're comfortable. We're comfortable in that milieu, and know sort of what it takes to get something to happen in that milieu.
I think the scary side of what John's talking about is that people do get awakened and get excited, and then they want to participate. And so then you say, well, and they say, what can I do? And they show up. And then what do you say to them? What's the next step? So what you've done is not, awakenment is not enough. What's the next step? So you're searching for the little structures and the little ways in which you engage them. And you see where that goes. Then they get engaged, and then they need support.
I think that's how we got into that trouble with Molly Water, if I'm not mistaken. So what would this look like?
Right.